Howdy! What is up, everyone? Welcome to Wickin It and Kickin It. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a good weekend, and your week is starting off great as well. It was a busy one for me, and as a matter of fact, it's still busy. I'm still playing catch up. But shout out to all of you. Thank you for all the love and the support and the massive turnout for the cookie cane release. As a matter of fact, let's get a sip of coffee and a puff of that cookie cane right now.
I think this needs to be relit.
Or refilled. Cat's going nuts in the background. Wouldn't have it any other way. Festive. Delicious. I sent a ton of that stuff out last week, and orders are rolling in for more. I'm stoked. I'm happy to see it making its way out into the wild. People sharing it, people starting to tell me what they think about it, knowing that people are enjoying it. Hopefully it helps bring a little bit of that Christmas spirit into your 2025 vape life. But yeah, guys, just a standard Wickin It and Kickin It tonight. I think that's a little loud. I think I got my camera working correctly today. Let's see. Woo, yeah, there we go. It's working. All right, sick. No camera dangle clacks, hopefully. I'm a little flustered because, like, I don't know where the time went. I mean, I was chatting with some people. I was trying to get a couple things lined up before we got started, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh man, I got like 40 minutes to get this live set up. Psychopath. I don't know if you guys can hear the running and the claws on the carpet, but man, super zoomy right now. Let her have her fun. We'll have ours. Of course, this is the way that we start the week, being able to come together as a community, hopefully lift each other up and get this week started on a positive note. And a little slow to fill in the chat, but we do got some of you wonderful people here already. Let's see who is here. Patrick says ba 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 ba. Those damn infectious goths, yeah. Yeah, that's what's up, dude. Neil Pitts saying hello to everyone. Blue Diamond, yo, hi. Konbanwa, guten Abend. I don't know. I'm sure I butchered that. I know that's German. As they say in the Transformers movie, Ba Weep Grana Weep Ninny Bong. That's the universal greeting, if you weren't aware. If you're not a Transformers fan. The universal greeting, Ba Weep Grana Weep Ninny Bong. Steve-O, I got the Bonza Pro RTA in Friday. It's good, great flavor. I've been hearing good things. You know, remember last week, we set up that Blaze RDA, which I actually already tore down for the time being. Not that I wasn't enjoying it. I did get it dialed in a little bit. after the stream, but I just didn't want to tear through my cookie cane at such a high wattage anymore, and I just didn't re-wick it. Remember, the pink was a lot lighter than I thought it would be, and it didn't match the mod as much as I had hoped. And then I saw the presentation video for the Bonza Pro RTA, the black with the pink accents. I just might have to get that to go on that mod. It's too bad they didn't do a Bonza Pro RTA like that, black with the pink accents. We got a couple Bonza Pro RDAs already. I definitely want to get that at some point. I might not rush to it. You guys remember I mentioned last week that I told myself I wasn't going to get any Squonks or any new mods for the month of November, and before the month ended, I actually ended up getting one. And then December started, and then I found a deal on Thursday that actually wound me up getting another mod to start the month. It was a deal I couldn't pass. It's something that I've wanted in my collection for a long time. You may have seen the short. We'll show it off a little bit later. That's awesome, dude. I'm glad to hear that, though. He let us know to come here, right? Well, what the fuck is he? What? I raised my peppermint patty. So good. Yes, that sounds awesome, peppermint patty. Ryan, yo, freaking yoy. What's up, dude? LT, hello. She says, let's go. Blue Diamond was gonna wait to open and toast here, but couldn't wait. Oh, I love that. I busted the first bottle open. Dell fell last night. It hurt. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. That sucks. I've definitely had my fair share of falls, dude. I hope you're all right. I hope damage was minimal. Last 2 weeks, sheer hell. Good to be home and hopefully through the worst of it. I hope so as well. Kim C. She's saying hello to everyone. Hello to you. Dirtle. What's up, Dirtle? Stolen. Howdy, howdy. Neil says, have you tried pumpkin and coconut in a mix? Was thinking of doing a pumpkin coconut cheesecake using pure pumpkin and toasted coconut cheesecake in the mix. I have not, that I know of. For all I know, Cassie's pumpkin pecan cheesecake could have toasted coconut cheesecake in it. I could see that possibly working. Yeah, it's worth a try, right? Dirtle, a Festivus for the rest of us. Absolutely. Happy Festivus. Sudden Zoom is the real Xmas gift. Yeah. Jeremy M. Yo. Dalton saying yo to chat. How's it hanging? It's hanging. It's there. It's hanging. We're doing it. We're doing the damn thing. Sudden Zoom. The sudden Zoom? This is sudden Zoom. Boom. Brian Enoch. Hi. Hello. Yeah, bounce. German says that just makes me want to watch the Transformers original movie. Yeah, dude, so rad. Such a classic. You gotta believe you can survive. Hell yeah, dude. Let me get you that Bonza Pro RTA for Christmas. Doubt. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with that. You don't have to, but I'm not gonna argue with it. I love you, Dell. Dell's the RTA pusher. I do want to get an RTA in rotation today if we got time. I got a couple things lined up, and then I would like to wick up the Innova and run some cookie cane. I really want to try the cookie cane in the Innova, but I got a couple other things that I really want to get set up tonight as well. If we can get 3 things done, that would be awesome. No coil installs. We might be able to make it happen. An advocate for boobies. Hey, bro, what's up, dude? Everybody loves boobies. I got the black and stainless steel version Bonza RTA. Oh, all right, sick. Yeah. And they did the purple, the same purple that they did for the RDA too. It looks sick. But the black and pink, dude. Yeah, the black and pink. I don't know. I need more black and pink in my life, I think. It just looks so rad together. Advocate for Liberty. Hello, everyone. Lady Liberty. Back to back. Hello. Great to see you both. Hope you're doing well. Last time I saw Tim, he was ready for bed. Hope you got some rest. I kind of did. It's tough. I'm still getting hammered with orders today, actually. And I still have orders from last week from the sale that can't go out until I get custard premium in. I was hoping it would be here by midweek last week. And then it said it was supposed to be here today. I bought that mod, and the mod came from North Carolina. Went through Greensboro, North Carolina, made it here in 2 days. My Bull City package went through Greensboro, North Carolina, and then sat. And then normally, like, you'll see where it's like it says departed and then arrived. Not a single departed update, only arrived. So they're not scanning packages out to depart. They're only scanning them in. And just my luck, my Bull City package went to the black hole that is the Indianapolis regional center. That's one of the worst USPS regional facilities in the country. Thankfully, it did pop up in Rochester this morning, but it was already too late to be able to make it to the post office to make it out for delivery. Hopefully it doesn't sit for more than just tonight before coming out, because I really need to get those orders out. People are understanding and people are okay. I've made sure, because my worry is people are gonna, it's potentially could make people run out of liquid. These are people, that have liquid that they're not going to run out of for the most part. They're all aware, but man, it's frustrating. Never do I ever want a week to go by before sending an order out. It's just not my style. But it's just that time of year. Patrick says, I dropped out of school at the age of 3. Why? Because all the teachers tried to play a hate on me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That song. I remember. Tim said, I watched OG Transformers this past spring after watching original series. Oh, sick, dude. Yeah. Season 1. Hi, folks. Hey, Gunny. Look, Jay Logan. Memories. Yes. Memories. Sick as memories. Help, help, help. Is there anybody out there? Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? I'm sure that's supposed to be read much slower. At least you're getting hammered with orders and not getting hammered. That's true. That's very true. Listen, I'm always happy with job security, right? I just stress. I hold myself to a certain standard, and I got to reprogram my brain to not be so hard on myself. Better without auto incorrect? Yeah. Brian Enoch is here. Hell yeah, dude. Mao! God, not the Indianapolis. Yeah, he knows. He knows. What's up, Mao? I will say it was easy though. That first night, so many people just ordered cookie cane, um, which was interesting. There was lots of orders that were literally just 120 mils of cookie cane. Um, I prioritized those and got those out first because they were the easiest to get knocked out after all the prep work I had to do. And then we went from there. City of Industry, California. You see, also, I never really have any issues with things going out to California or coming from California. Tim says tractor down, bigger new snowblower ordered to make it through the season. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, that's important. Need that. Neil says I have a few packages on the UPS site that showed no movement for a couple days, but appears on my doorstep without anything tracking. Yeah, their packages are moving without being scanned. And a large part of that is due to a lot of seasonal help that everyone has right now. That plays into it as well. Tim says my job just temporarily changed. Now I'm going to be doing day out program for one of the guys instead of in-home care. Interesting. Expect a more worn out me on Saturday nights. Oh no. That's too bad, Tim. That's too bad. J Logan, I'm just hoping for my Secret Santa stuff come in this week so I can get it sent out. I have no idea what I want to do for Secret Santa. Oh. I'll think of something. I got to think of something quick because you're right. I will say that my packages that were going outbound, and you guys are aware, for those of you who've already received them, they moved pretty swiftly through the system. Like Mao got his package in 2 days. Boom. Like I was surprised how fast he PM'd me a hand check. Ryan says, I'm stoked for that Bonza dude. I painted my Cathyla to match it. I dropped a pic in your Discord. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Did you order one? Hi to the others. I don't know how to pronounce that. Guten Abend. It's the K word that I don't know how to pronounce, and I don't want to butcher it. Almost through my first bottle. Dang. Yeah, dude, cookie cane kind of sounds like cocaine. That was intentional. Well, actually, no. I mean, it was really just a cross between cookie and candy cane, but somewhat intentional. I just got some stuff off Amazon. Hopefully they will like it. Yeah. I will say the things that I ordered for my son got here. The main thing got here pretty quickly. And the things that I ordered from AliExpress seem to be moving at a fair pace as well. They just cleared customs this morning, so that's a good sign. Secret Santa is super easy. A bad dragon for him, a bad dragon for her. Everyone gets a bad dragon. Yeah. Not really. I'd probably just do a print of choice. Yeah, Tim's secretly printing his own brand of bad dragons. Or what they are into, or liquid. Yeah, see, I thought about that. Something like I have things that that I normally send out to people, but I just feel like that's too easy. I feel like that's like I don't know if that's the equivalent of just giving somebody a gift card for Christmas. You know what I mean? I don't know. Cookie cane is one hell of a drug. Yeah. But guys, yeah, hopefully you're all enjoying something tasty tonight. Many of you might be enjoying some cookie cane along with me tonight. It sounds like some of you are. Anything else? Let me know what you're rocking with. Let me know what you're running your cookie cane or your other liquids in. Drop it in chat. Feel free to send me a desk check or a hand check. We'll see if we can streamline getting things up on screen again more easily. I don't know. It takes time. Sometimes it's easier to just throw up the phone. You know what I mean? Throw up the phone. But we'll see. We got Dell. We'll save. We got Dalton. Oh, he's got a couple picks. Oh. Oh yeah, he told me. That's awesome, Patrick, dude. That's real cool. Shout out to Corporate Jason. Let's see. Save. And save. We'll try this. If it starts taking too long each week. The only thing is I wonder sometimes it makes me hold on, let me see if it makes me. Yeah, see that's weird. Why does it do that? It makes me open them in photos from Discord. Otherwise, it doesn't come up to be able to add to the Facebook post. It's weird. I gotta find another way to do it. Yeah, there they all are. All right, sick. Birdie, what's up, dude? Face meat. I would love to get liquid for Christmas. Yeah, that okay. Yeah, I mean, I figured most people would, but you know, everybody needs liquid. That's true. Everybody does need liquid. Birdie is a legend in the house. Driving, so can't reply directly. Love to all. Love you back, Birdie. Drive safe, my man. Always great to see you here. Liquid Christmas, the best 60s psych band. Yeah. Yo. Yes, dude. Patrick's on fire, dude. Check your Discord DMs. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There we go. We got one there. Did you send me one too? You tagged Brian, duh. Let's see. There's too many notifications. It used to consolidate them, but now it doesn't. Let's go. I love that. No, photos just once. All right. We'll get them going. We'll figure this out. I don't know if anybody sent any to Facebook yet, but there we go. Birdie's getting a new toy? Hell yeah, dude. Birdie's always getting new toys. I'm always getting new toys. I got a new toy today. Incandescent formations. Alex Bennington saying hi. Usually a replay guy. I also watch it on the TV, not phone or computer. Awesome, dude. Welcome to the live, Alex. Great to see you, man. I don't have any at the moment. So yeah, you guys pretty much saw what I was rocking. I still got usually always have at least one Hexome running, guys. Right now we got the Bonza Pro. I'm just polishing off this last little bit of this PB&J cream. And then when this bottle's gone, I'll break this down, decide whether or not to rewick this one or break the recoil one back out. I'll mix another bottle of PB&J cream to steep for a couple weeks. But you know we got those Duchess Hexome coils ripping in there. All my Hexome RDAs, all the RDAs I run on my Hexomes have Duchess Hexome coils in them. That was a little dry. We're going to drip that again. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That usually does it. When you get to the bottle, it doesn't just blah anymore. You got to count the drips. Is it a powered toy meant for anal lube application? Yeah. I love that PB&J cream so much. I've been enjoying it for years. And then, of course, the cookie cane in the billet box, Voltrove 1.1. Usually not the best thing to vape immediately after PB&J cream, but I accidentally dripped cookie cane on the PB&J cream one day last week. I wasn't mad at it at first. It was interesting, but then it took a lot longer than I thought for that peppermint to fade away because I wasn't going to re-wick. And then we still got this running from last week. That beautiful Mum's Plug. Flav 22. All super pretty. I actually rebuilt this. This did have a one of Mao's screamers in it. But I realized I installed that mouse screamer on Halloween of last year. So I pulled that coil out. I grabbed one of the old Kinks coils burrow bangers, which is basically it's basically it's like a screamer, except it's a 3mm. It's tri-core 28 gauge NI90 with 38 gauge NI80 on the outside, 4 wraps 3mm, comes to a 0.18. And I don't have the bottle out. We're still rocking the FDH, the FC, the apricot cookie. I am wishing I bought a second bottle of the apricot cookie because it's amazing. Give that a little squonk. So good. The cookie is starting to come out even more after another week steep too. Flaved 22, tasty 38's cousin. You know what reminds me? There's that that Busta Rhymes song where he's playing with all the different numbers, and then it's like do 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 do. That's what that reminds me of. Pick posted in Discord. Oh yeah, let's see. Birdie posted one in the Mech Madness. We'll pull that. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna snag that bad boy, and we'll show that sucker off. Did it save it? Image saved. Open in photos. Boom. There. Now we can do that. Advocate for Liberty. Saved. And that's our group chat. All right. Jason says, hey, everybody. Dipping in for a few minutes after dinner. Long first day back from vacation. Super tired. Great to have you here, Jason. Even just stopping in to say hi. I super appreciate you guys popping in. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you are able to transition back from that vacation life okay. I get it. I totally get it. We got all that information that an Advocate for Liberty drops. Thank you for that. For all that fun stuff. And of course, mental health is hyper important. If you are struggling, please know you're not alone. And if it's needed, you can visit that link right there, or you can dial 988 for assistance. You can reach out to a friend in the community. Like I had said, the JMW Discord does have a one-on-one support voice chat if it's needed. If you ever need to reach out to somebody and you want a video chat with somebody there, that's available to you. And that works both ways, guys. Make sure you're reaching out to people in your lives. Ask them how they're doing. Let them know that they're loved. You never know whose day you're going to change by just a simple hello, how you doing sometimes. Letting somebody know that they're cared for. Yeah. Super important. Juices and Mods DM to you. Yes, let's go. Let's get at them. We're just going to keep collecting them for a little bit here. Oh, hell yeah, dude. And then I'll post them privately to myself and we'll get them going on the screen. I always thought one of these days we would try to do it early, but I don't know. We've just always winged it here. And it seems to work for us, you know? It really seems to work for us. Let's see if I can do this. Let's get him in no particular order. The guy that I got this mod from, posted an SVB hammerhead. I've always wanted a hammerhead. It's currently out of my budget right now. The mod that I bought off him was only a third of the price. It's a big difference. Let's see. 1. Add more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next. We'll post this to only me. And we'll get them rocking. Done. Post. We'll get them up on the screen. Let's see what you guys are enjoying this week. Might be a second for it to upload. Is that last week's? That's last week's. I think we have to refresh the page. There we are. All right, let's get at it, guys. Let's get at it. Present, share screen. I know what I'm doing. All right. Open that up a little bit. Oh, no, that's, there we go. Bam! There we go. Hell yeah. Now we're cooking with gas. We got Dell with the recoil on the Hexome, all super matchy black and white. FDH Sugar Moon Pie, I believe. Let's frickin' go, dude. Let's frickin' go. And then next, we got Dalton. Always with my ugly mug in the background. I freaking love it, dude. For those of you who are watching me on big screens, shout out to you. The Unholy recoil on the Torin neck. Little Lady Liberty looks like the maple bourbon cheesecake. We got the Ascent. What RTA is that? Yeah, he's got all of his FDH lined up. Blueberry cream cheese Danish. Yo, I want to try a different one of the cream cheese Danishes. I will. Next time I hit up the Lady Liberty, we'll be trying another one of the Danishes. The strawberry guava is fantastic. I will tell you that. And then we got Dalton again. Billet Box. Pioneer Insider. He did tell me 2 Great Dip, 1 FC, in an all black Dreamer clutch from Stolen. The last of the Blueberry Cheese Danish and the Blaze. Oh, Blaze. Okay, it's the Blaze Solo. I thought that might be what it was. And just reset up the unholy Torin with the maple bourbon cheesecake and, of course, guava strawberry cheesecake Danish in the billet box. Hell yeah, Dalton. Let's go. There's Mao with the cookie cane hand check. Woo! Thank you for that. I love seeing those hit in the wild. Andromeda, whatever mech of the day Mao's running. The collection that Mao has grown since I've known him, massive. Absolutely massive. Those are the goodies, the toy that Birdie shared, the MRN. Oof. It's got an alternate Altum body. Yo, that is sexy, dude. I love me some polished Altum. And you know that's nice and super polished. Them Philippines do mech mods, right. Hell yeah, Birdie. Awesome score. Advocate for Liberty. Of course, he's got the Vena on the grip. Mango Sublime. I was rocking some Mango Sublime yesterday and until today, but I finished off my bottle and then I cleaned out the RDA because I wanted to re-wick it tonight. Hell yeah, dude. Definitely enjoying some Mango Sublime over the weekend. And then we've got J. Logan. All of his liquids. Some Cloud Express. Bad Drip, Pennywise. Yo, R.I.P. Bad Drip. Those are some of the first flavored liquids I ever tried. Some Twisted Timmy's Cream. Some more Twist liquids. Heck of a lineup. And, ooh, yo, that Vicious and Spade. Always wanted a Spade. Of course, I would lean towards the mech one, but I wouldn't mind a DNA one either. So sexy. Each one is super unique. Nitrous on top. Valhalla. I don't know if that's a 38 or a 40 millimeter, but you got the Valhalla on top of, is that the 400 watt? The 400 watt hog? R3 on the Empire. A little burrow device there. I think that's the Damn Vape Xeon. Damn Vape Xeon. I don't know what this setup is, but then you got, yo, the Nitrous RDTA is a super awesome pairing for the Hexome. I got my Nitrous RDTA that matches my Grim Army Hex, the skip around the room one. Doesn't really match anything else that I own, but I've got a set of 0.2 SFCs in mine. Performs beautifully. The only RDTA I've ever tried, and I love that RDTA. We actually need to break that out and get that set up soon. And that's everyone. That's everyone. Thanks for sharing what you guys are enjoying this evening. I love to see it. We can get out of here. All right. Yeah, 400 watt and 40 millimeters. Sick. Serial number 1. Yo, I totally overlooked that, Birdie. Love that short RDA. Oh, Blaze Solo 2. Yeah, okay. Always and forever, Steve-O. Big screen pictures. Heck yeah. Oh, Paul. Paul Cole. Keeping it cloudy as always. Great to see you, Paul. Single tube mode of the Gatum series. Okay. All right. Sick. Hey, Mike. What's up, Mike? Great to see you, my man. Hope all is well. It's New York cheesecake cap that has a low crust flavor. Is it the New York cheesecake cap that has a low crust flavor? I don't particularly get a lot of crust from New York cheesecake cap. Either of the New York cheesecakes, really. The cap is a little bit more. It's a little bit more old school. Like I don't know how else to explain it. It's old school. It tastes more old school. I think it has a little bit more twang. Sometimes it can present a little more drier. The Perillum is a lot smoother, a little creamier. Um, maybe a touch, of extra funk run higher, but I don't know. It's been a long time since I've single flavor tested them, and haven't like paired them with a crust, so I can't remember. The cereal on the spade is my address. Yo, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, nah. I wouldn't call it a big screen. Yo, I'm able to remix pictures now. Patrick. Patrick's got me on the screen too. Um, my watch is in there too. Oh, okay. I didn't catch the watch. Very cool. Only running around 200 watts. 400 is only a baby vape. Barely warm. Listen, I cap out at like 120. Maybe 130 if I'm feeling saucy. Crazy bearded man, yeah. Dub, good evening, dude. Great to see you. What's up? Let's see. What up, everybody? Hey, Andy. Good to see you too, man. Welcome to Wickin It and Kicking It. I know you guys, Dub doesn't always have a chance to make it, so awesome to see you. Liberty, I mixed up the pumpkin caramel peanut butter shake up, letting it steep now. I knuckle it. Not bad. I like 42 watts. Yeah, I listen. I vape a lot of single coil, even like with like a 0.18 on a mech. Like this is probably capping out at like 50 watts, I would imagine, in that range. I run my regulated Squonk setups around like 40, 45 watts these days. I guess it depends. When I'm flavor testing on single coil, I run my Elder Dragon at like 50 to 55 watts single coil. I did realize I forgot to grab one thing. I was gonna grab my my heat gun because I wanted to rewrap one of my batteries red, because we are going to taste another FDH liquid tonight, the Sugar Moon Pie, and I wanted to break out something. I guess you could say it's a little Christmassy because it's white and red. I had wanted to break out the other Denali this week, the white and red Denali. I've been running the Recoil Rebel on it for a while. I wanted to swap back to the Asgard Mini, and I wanted to rewrap one of my batteries red because I like it when the battery's red. But I guess we'll have to do that another time. I'm gonna wick up the Asgard Mini to taste the Sugar Moon Pie in. I feel like that's a liquid that is going to do great in the Asgard Mini. Not only that, this Asgard Mini has a set of Pendulum Coils SFCs. Staple staggered fuse Claptons from Jared Thompson. They're a mech SFC. They come in about a 0.08. The most flavorful mech build I have ever experienced. We're going to wick that sucker up and taste the Sugar Moon Pie. Then I would like to re-wick another single coil RDA, get that new Squonk back in action and show that off. And hopefully we have time. I want to get the Cookie Cane in the Innova. So let's see if we can get through that. I think we've got plenty of time. But, you know, it's all about hanging out and having a good time. So whatever we get to, we get to. I can't get higher than 1,000 watts. Yeah. And you would if you could. I'm sure, Birdie. Warm and hot vapes all day, every day. Yeah, Paul likes it super, super hot. On my single coils, I run them at 4.5 to 5 volts. Okay, yeah, you run voltage. Yeah. All right. Let's get our shot set up. Let's get this going. Oh man. We'll see if we got time. If we got time, I'll go grab the heat gun. Mike, just wanted to stop in and say what's up. Gotta split. Have a good night. I hope you have a good night too, guys. And also, we mentioned it the last couple times. You can hop on over to last week's Wickin It and Kickin It. It's still pinned in the chat there. The GoFundMe to help out Mike and his family if you're feeling compelled to help. Mike is a good dude. He's reached out for some help. It's not always an easy thing to do, so. And Mike's good people. I know some of you already have, a couple of you, and thank you for that. I smoked grass out of a leaf blower once. Closest I came to vaping that high. But yeah, Mike, have a great night. Brain fart. Let's get this set up. We can actually zoom in and focus this week, so that's going to be cool. Oh yeah, I know what I was going to say. If we have time, I'll put the hold screen on for a second and run and grab the heat gun, and maybe if we have time, we'll rewrap a battery. But I don't know. I typically like to rewrap batteries when they're not fully charged, but it is what it is. Let's see. I've got all these brand new batteries in, and I still haven't even opened the package yet. I need to get those charged, and I need to get the old batteries in the box and prepped for recycling. Like I gotta wrap up all the I gotta charge all the new ones. Then I gotta take all the old ones and wrap the positive ends with electrical tape and prep them to be recycled. Yo, Frames! What is up, dude? Frame just built the new Bonza Pro RTA. So far, so good. Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited for the Bonza Pro RTA. Frames isn't here as often, but he needs a wrench, and there's a couple other people. There's a couple other people. If the chat will open up. There we go. Boom. If you guys aren't checking out Frames on the green room every Friday, what the heck are you doing? Also, I think the next couple of weeks they were doing Shedhead sessions. Always a freaking awesome time. So make sure you get on over to Frames' channel on Fridays for the green room. Jay Logan's usually here. Jay Logan. We're going to do a quick wrenching here. Quick wrenching. Jay Logan's been here a couple, 2-3 times now. And Alex is a regular. I think we got everybody. Quick wrenching for everyone. Hell yeah. The Gwench that stole the Gwench that stole Christmas. Yo, I'm excited for that Bonza Pro RTA though. Let's get in there. Bam. Let's focus. There we are. That's as close as it lets me get. Oh wait, you know what? Let's take a look at these. I need to get a couple more sets of these. I don't run these quite as often, so these are still in pretty good shape. They're not as shiny as they used to be. But these are some gorgeous SFCs. Perform fantastic. They're not a crackly coil. Nice, smooth, warm, awesome ramp up, and just loaded with flavor. Let's get this wicked up and let's taste this liquid. Well, thanks. Yeah, absolutely. The last 2 episodes will be our last green rooms. Oh, no! I thought they were just talking about the Shed Time podcast. Someone told me about that. I missed a lot of last week. I thought they were just talking about the Shed Time podcast when I heard about you guys calling it. Well, then now you guys definitely gotta come check it out for the last 2 episodes if you're not already. What am I to do on Friday nights though? Yeah. Original Asgard mini, super sexy. Yeah, this is the original. Well, dang. That's wild, man. That's the end of an era. The end of an era. And what an era it's been. What an era it's been. 3mm FDH wicks. You love using SFC coils, yeah. I've got some SFCs and some setups. I've got some Duchess Umami coils and a few things. Actually, more things than I probably realize. And I've got a bunch of different SFCs from Jared from Pendulum as well. I used to run a special SFC build in my Voltra 1.1. It was a 0.6 for getting exceptional battery life and still being able to run it at 48 watts. Forgot to say, how about those Bills, Steve? That was a good game yesterday in the snow. Yeah, it was awesome. Yo, they freaking stepped it up to get it done. Benford balled out at the end snagging that first interception. It was supposed to be like a quick over the shoulder toss, and he just kind of lobbed it. Benford freaking reached, snagged that thing, took it to the house, changed the momentum of the entire game. That's how the defense needs to ball out if they're gonna go all the way, and they need to get better at stopping the run. And we really need a wide receiver to step up and be a true alpha. But when you got Josh Allen, anything's possible. Frame says, yeah, it hurts to say it, but we have run off course, I think, and it's time for me to move on to other things. We appreciate all that have supported us over the years. Absolutely, man. Such a freaking great time. You're just doing the podcast. Okay, so I had it backwards. Yeah. Make sure you guys go to shedtimepodcast.com, or you can look up the Shed Time Podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. I like to always check them out when I've got time, for sure. I definitely got a few to catch up on. I need two wicks for this. Duh. Paul says, okay, I'll have to start checking out the podcast then. I'm definitely going to have to try to come on. Unless there's somebody else, other people that haven't had a chance to participate in a Shedhead session that want to go on, I would love to get on one of the last couple. But if you haven't had an opportunity to get on and play some games, do it. Do it before you can't, because it's a great time. Well, a big shout out and thank you to Frames, Overdrip, and Sean for all the years of entertainment they've given us on Friday nights, man. It really is the end of an era. Everyone is welcome, even if it's a madhouse. Okay, awesome. Hell yeah, dude. Love the sound of that. Get that wick in there. I might have thinned this one out a little too thin. Let's see how it pulls through. I'm going to add a little bit back to that. Let me grab this little sliver here. We're just going to twirl that real quick. I pulled too much of a sliver off on that side. SFCs don't vape like aliens, so you want the cotton a little more snug than you would, so, like, say if you wick your aliens loose at all to try to get crackle. You don't really want to do that for SFCs. Steve-O, can we get someone to make SFW coils? Yo, that'd be dope. We'd rather see their faces. I guess hearing the voices is all right. Yeah, that's true. You can watch the episode over on Shed Time Studios here on YouTube. Oh, awesome. Okay, that's right. Phrasing would freak on that cotton. Yeah, but Phrasing knows that I save all my cotton and it gets repurposed, actually. I stuff bags full of this stuff. My son does projects with his mom. They make homemade plushie toys out of it. They use other stuff too, but this cotton gets repurposed. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for dropping that link. Bam. This one can be a touch shorter. There we go. After wicking the V2 a couple times, wicking the V1 is a little bit different. Because the V2 has like that big open space there now. The V2 is pretty decent. I'm glad I picked one up. I didn't pay a lot for it. I held out until they went on like super sale. But I still think the V1 is always going to be my favorite Vapors Cloud RDA. The Asgard Mini V1, always going to be my favorite from Vapors Cloud. The Valhalla Micro was pretty decent, but I've got 4 Asgard Minis. I used to have a series deck too, but I let it go. I just can't vape series anymore like that. SFW for life. It doesn't mean safe for work. Yeah, that's for sure. I always get violent hissing with SFC coils. Interesting. There we go. We're just going to tuck this up and in. Bam. Fluff that out. Other side. There we go. Nice and easy. I've wicked this darn thing so many times. That's the one thing that I never got around to doing. I like the micro guy myself. I do like the micro. I think it has perfect airflow, fully wide open. The restriction on it is perfect. So wide open is just spot on. Excellent airflow. The flavor is excellent. It is that probably my second favorite. And the one thing I never got to do was I never got to challenge. That's how I rocked mine. Hell yeah. I never got to challenge any of those guys on a build off on the Asgard Mini. I always wanted to, but never did. Gotta shake this up because I get this at 0, and I just dripped my additive into this right before setting up the live stream. So I just want to make sure it's good and shaken up in there. The FDH Sugar Moon Pie. Let's get this drippity dripped. It's a 90s cult classic movie. Yo, it's one of my all-time favorite movies. So fucking what? And Guar does basically the theme song. So fucking what? Off the knuckle, a bunch of that drip, so I had to taste it. Staggered fused wiggle coils, yeah. This definitely tastes like a custard, and that's essentially what it is. A velvety custard pie finished with cream. It definitely has a really nice custard note to it. Reminiscent of kind of like an old school eggy custard, but not super eggy. Off the knuckle, it's kind of comparable to the custard note anyway. Like a sweeter bottled violence vanilla custard, but it's definitely sweeter. Let's see. Oh yeah. .0, mind your business. Slowly work those coils in there, or that liquid in the coils. Cliff Spab is my role model. Yeah, Spab, 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 Spab. Freaking classic. Reese Witherspoon, when she was super young. Let's... Oh yeah. See how quiet they are? Very quiet coils. All right. Let's get our cap on. I know I gotta go backwards with the cap so it lines up on the mod correctly here. Bam. Let's back up a little bit. SFW super freaking wet coils. Yeah, there you go. Super freaking wet. Hell yeah. Let's back this off a little bit so you can see more of what I'm doing. Got a fully charged, brand new P45B. I wanted to wrap it red, but we'll save that for another time here. Or even white. That doesn't look too bad, but still. When it's red showing through there, it's freaking rad as hell. There we go. There we go. Like I said, quiet coils, but delicious coils. Great for tasting a new liquid on. We're probably going to want to close our airflow down a tad. There we go. Let's get it. Let's get at it. So for the first time, love that hissing sound. Yeah. We're trying The Sugar Moon Pie from FDH. Cheers. Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's a FDH JMA collab. JMA, the liquid maker that a few people a couple times have mistaken JMW for. So sizzly, yeah. Dude, if I know a lot of people go to Pendulum for the crackle coils, but if you like SFCs or SSFCs, especially like if you like running like dual coils on mechs, give the mech SFCs a try because they're just fantastic. Their performance is great. They're just nice and super warm and flavorful. That's it. Just smooth, warm flavor. Mm. Just right off the bat, just a delicious, really it's pretty sweet. It's on the sweet side. Just a delicious vanilla note. A touch of bakery crust on the exhale. It's a custard. It's a custard pie, but it's almost like a custard. It seems like it has like if you were eating like a custard pie, like it has like a layer of not like caramelized sugar on top, but like definitely like a crystallized layer of sugar on top. It has like a mouthfeel of like if you ever had tried SSA vanilla sugar, kind of like that. It has a little bit of a granular texture on the exhale, like there's a layer of like crystallized sugar on top of the custard. Like and like a very delicious cream additive to it. I can't quite place the cream, but it's not just like a full-on eggy custard. There's a cream element blended into it that makes it, and like it describes it, velvety. It really is velvety. The mouthfeel on this is it's soft, it's full, it's not overly rich, it's not overly eggy. There is a nice eggy note to it. The vanilla though, it's not like an overpowering like dark vanilla. It's kind of like a medium like a medium dark vanilla. I guess. Mmm. That's a winner. If you like custard vapes, man, holy crap, that's a good one. It is on the sweeter side. It's definitely sweeter than, say, any of our custards. It's probably twice as sweet as Bottled Violence. But man, that's good. That's good. I mean, if you want a coffee pairing, this is a perfect coffee pairing. I put French vanilla creamer. Oh yeah, wrong hand. French vanilla creamer and a little bit of Capella sugar cookie into my coffee. Mm. Mm. Yeah, That's beautiful. Ronnie, good evening. Ooh, and I'm getting a little bit of VG nose. How freaking wet are the coils, though? That's what I want to know. Super moist. Moist. Very saturated. Jared can make anything. If anyone wants to know details about the group, hit me up. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful, thick clouds of flavor. 100%. That's delicious. And you can kind of tell, I don't know. They collabed with JMA, and it is a few dollars extra than the normal FDH liquids because they do use a couple, some hot, higher end flavorings. That I think the lab that they go to doesn't regularly source, so they had to special source flavors for this particular profile. So there's a little bit of an extra premium cost, but like if you get like the 5-bottle deal from FDH, it adds like $4 to the 5-bottle deal. Totally worth the extra $4 in my opinion. It's a delicious custard. Custard pie. Custard cream pie. I aspire to make a custard vape this delicious, actually. And I mean, don't get me wrong, JMW has some banging custards. The vanilla rum custard is choice, but this is much more of a lighter custard profile. Really, really enjoying that. The Asgard Mini with the SFCs, I think, was the spot on call for that liquid. Hey, Birdie, you have a good night, man. You have a great night. Andy says, I'm rocking Sugar Moon Pie right now, too. Yo, it's good, right? And, I re-upped on 3 bottles of the Aliens Are Outside. I don't know. It's tough. I wouldn't mind having another bottle of that. I would get that again for sure. The Aliens Are Outside is my favorite from them. So I like to have like 2-3 bottles on hand, I like saying that, couple 2-3. I do wish I would have gotten another bottle of the apricot. I hope it comes back soon. They won't be doing another FDH drop until March, or February or March or something like that. Hold on for one more day. Break the chains, baby. The butterscotch brew, though? Yeah, I didn't get the butterscotch brew. I had Aliens Are Outside once. Shit is fire. Yeah, it really is. It really is. Well, there we go. Highly recommend the Sugar Moon Pie. I'm glad. Like I specifically waited an extra week to let this steep, and I only brought this one to 1.5 because I had a feeling I was going to be wanting to add some extra heat to this profile. So yeah. The perfect profile to break this beauty back out. This is one of my favorite mech setups for the longest time. I have my other Denali has seen better days, but this one, the color hasn't faded on this one as much as it did on the other one. Steve-O, you can get the apricot from Brian Curtis. He's selling it under his own juice brand called Anonymous Liquid, but it's the same juice, my guy. Oh, really? That's interesting. So good. The butterscotch brew. What's a platform whatever from Harry Potter. What I really miss though is Event Horizon. Isn't that's Timmy's blackberry liquid, right? The blackberry. He was involved in making the flavor, but yeah, confirmed for me it's the same flavor. Oh, no shit. Okay. That's good to know. Event Horizon is so good. I haven't tried any of Timmy's liquids outside of the collab with FDH, and I tried the Sacred Seal, but the bottle Mal sent me was a 6, so it was really hard for me to get past the 6 to really give it a fair shake. Oh yeah, I haven't pointed it out, but you guys may have noticed. New hat. And the logo, for some reason on this hat, when you put it on your head, wants to bulge out round. But I can dig it. Also, Dan hooked me up with a new JMW hoodie. Doesn't pop off on camera as much as it does in person, but I wanted to get the matching color. This has the small logo on front and it has the big logo on back. I did ask for big logo on front, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because I feel like a big logo on the front of a hoodie, I don't know, sometimes gets in the way. Still available, by the way, for pre-order. So whenever you open up the JMW shop app, it's the first thing you'll see. But it's pre-order, so like Dan will wait until like a couple pre-orders come in, and then we'll send them out because he prints them at the same time. Only a few people so far have snagged themselves JMW hoodies. I'm really looking forward to seeing him get some t-shirts up on there. I think more people were interested in t-shirts, but the time of year just doesn't quite call for it. That hat is dope. Yo, thank you, man. Yeah. He's still playing around with it to see if he can get the logos to not round out like that, but I don't mind it. You can still tell what it is. I dig it. I needed a new hat. He actually sent me a couple new hats. Have you ever thought about doing a collab with any other liquid makers? I have. Actually, I've discussed it with another liquid maker. I have not discussed it with my partner yet. It's something that all parties need to get together and talk about the possibility of it happening. It's just something that's going to require a fair amount of time, probably, and I just haven't had the time to run it by him yet. But the idea has been floated, for sure. It's been brought up. Not to be biased, it's not my favorite hoodie of yours. Yeah. I got Patrick. I got a hoodie from Patrick. It's a hoodie that he designed, and I absolutely love it. I don't wear it as often because it's black, and I'm constantly rolling freaking cat hair off of it, and I don't want to ruin it. I'm always sitting here like even this. The first day I wore this, I freaking dripped freaking VG on it. I don't want to do that to that hoodie. Let's see. I love beanies and hoodies. I'd rock the hell out of both of those. Hell yeah. We're praying for a JMW FDH collab in 2026. Yeah. Yeah, you're on the right path, dude. You're on the right path. It's been presented to me JMW is a partnership. I have to run it by my partner and see what he thinks. So it is a vape hoodie. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but Patrick's isn't. Patrick's is special. It has like a special meaning behind the design. It's definitely time to bring that out, though. I'm waiting for that JMW X Tropicana juice collab. Yeah. All right. Setup number 2. Let's get another quick rip off of this guy. Setup number 2. We got to get a squonk going. That's good. That's good. So, you guys know I've got a couple of these mums plugs. I got my Ultim one with it has like some wooden half wooden panels on it. This one is the mums plug. This is aluminum anodized, or I don't know if it's anodized or coated or whatever. It's got the Galaxy finish on it. And the mums plugs, they come in multiple different variations. They made some wooden ones. They've done the Galaxy. There's been Tiger Stripe. There's been Paisley mums plug. They come in essentially every color. But one that's always been on my vape mod bucket list is the Jade mums plug. So here is the Jade. It's kind of like a frosty, kind of grayish green color. It's Jade, I guess. Now it initially comes with regular black G10 panels. If you get a drop of juice on clothes, try a little Dawn dishwashing liquid on the stain. It should take it out. If you get it, like if you take a wet sponge quick enough and then just press down with a wet sponge fast enough, it will draw the liquid right out. But sometimes you don't notice that you've dripped it on yourself right away. So I saw this posted last week. I said to myself, when I ordered that BT Custom Squonk, I said, as soon as I buy this, I'm going to see some classics pop up for a hell of a deal. And I did. This guy posted a GKI Cloak V2 bundle that came with 5 panel sets for a freaking awesome price. I think it was like $150. Great price for that mod, especially for coming with 5 panel sets. He posted an Ohmworks mech squonk that came with 3 different, or it was 2 Ohmworks squonks that all came with multiple panel sets. Definitely out of my range for having just already ordered a squonk from Matt Bennett. And then he posted this one, and it was much higher, and I was going to pass on it until I saw the post on Thursday and it said reduced price. He reduced it to a price to where I couldn't just let it sit there. I had to grab it. It also came with these resin Lakeside Craftsman panels. A little bit of dark green, different green swirls, and a little bit of like a reddish brown swirl through it. Absolutely gorgeous. We are going to set up the GKI Aora RDA. This is a 20 millimeter little squonk banger. It comes with like a proprietary beauty ring that's 20 millimeter that brings it out to 23. This is something that I actually took off the Molly to put the gematria on. This is a really cool RDA. It comes with a black, a frosted, and an Ultim cap, a black, an Ultim beauty ring, and then I also have a top airflow cap for it that's 22 millimeter. We're gonna rock a 22 millimeter frosted cap or a 20 millimeter frosted cap because it's the closest thing that I have that's gonna look right on there. Here is the deck. We'll get it on the trusty old paranormal. Set up our shot. Just hanging out. Fur. I think I have that color in acrylic. Just saying. Yeah. It could use a matching drip tip. That would be awesome for sure. So this little 20, I keep wanting to say 20 millimeter deck. It's one of the very few little RDAs like this. Come on. That has a postless deck. Number 41, postless deck. Little 3 airflow holes come in on the side. There's a top airflow cap where it still leaves these open, and then there's an airflow hole on both sides of the top airflow cap that actually comes in perfectly at this spot. So the top airflow actually rides these little ramps down towards your coil. Really cool. This is a really restricted, well, not really. It's a really nice restricted direct lung. It's probably about as restricted as the Broken Addy, maybe a tad more restricted. This is another one of Jared's Kinks coils that he made. It's a hybrid. They're Tricore 29 gauge NI90 with 28 gauge NI80 on the outside. Initially a 5 wrap, but I added a wrap to this one because you want to put like a small 2.5 millimeter coil in this guy, but for such a small coil, these post holes are kind of spread out. So I added the 6th wrap so the coil didn't spread out too far. I want to glow this guy, actually. Looks like it's got some age on it on camera, but this coil's definitely still got a good amount of life left in it. Let's wick this guy up. Wait, Frosted Cap? Frosted Cap, good rapper name. Oh, yo, it is. 41, so it'll still confused about the meaning of life. Yeah, I wish it was 42, right? We were one off. Let me get my 2.5 millimeter cotton. This is a very low pro RDA kind. Well, the deck stands a little bit higher, but you can see how shallow the deck is. So you really gotta like lay your cotton in there gently because there's not a lot of edge right there to hold your cotton in. But let's see. This coil comes out to a 0.26 actually, so we don't need a long strand of cotton. We'll keep our 2.5 millimeter out, so hopefully we can still use it for the Innova, but it's still a little thick for most 2.5 millimeter coils, so we are going to pull that off on each side. Dang it, that one side's still kind of thick. All right, let's see. That should do it. I think I'm a bounce. Gotta finish spring breakers. All right, dude. Patrick, you have a great freaking night, dude. I'll talk to you soon. Yeah, let's get that guy through there. We're gonna give it a little bit of back and forth. And then I'm just going to snip this fairly short. It doesn't need to be long. There we go. Might even be able to be a little bit shorter. We're gonna pick this guy out just a little bit. Really just want to get the crimp out of the cotton where the scissors freaking crimped it. It's very shallow deck, so I do want my cotton to be fluffy. I don't want to thin it out too much, or else I'll be squonking literally every hit. So, mainly trying to fluff it out. Get some of that straggler snipped off there. And then, let's see if you can see what I'm doing here. Just got to kind of very gently lay it in there. And then just kind of tuck lightly. If you press too hard, you'll flip it right back out. So you just kind of very lightly tuck the edges in there. And your cotton's going to stay kind of lifted up a little bit. It's the only Harmony Korean film I've yet to have seen. He's from Nashville, and scenes from Gummo were filmed literally 500 feet from where I stayed in East Nashville. Big fan. Oh, okay. Stuff it and chuff it, yeah. Just very lightly lay that in there. You want the ends in there, and if it's puffed up against the edge like that, that's okay. Maybe tuck it a little bit further down. But if it's puffed up, it actually leaves a little bit of a wall that helps keep the chamber condensed a little bit more. So that should do it. Bam. She's wicked. See how it's like puffed up a little bit there? It's not like tucked down. Puff moist, yeah. And for this one, I normally run fruity liquids in this one, but seeing as it's the holiday season, and I've got this bottle of liquid around the holiday season last year, and it was already steeped for about a year when I got it. I really need to start working on trying to finish this bottle. Thanks to Patrick. Patrick sent this to me last year in a package. The Uncommon #1. The Snickerdoodle Vanilla Ice Cream Cinnamon. I feel like this is also a 3, so I think the restricted direct lung, how restricted it is, will help me be able to tolerate that it's a 3, and also tolerate the cinnamon in it. It's a tad bit more cinnamon than I usually like, but this is a delicious liquid. RIP to the Uncommon liquids. This is the last bottle of any Uncommons I have left, and what a better time to enjoy some of it than the holiday season. So here we go. It's a little dark. My only thing is I'm not sure what bottle I want to use. I've got this old clear bottle, and it's older. It's already stained. But I usually use clear bottles for fruit liquids. Mum's plugs, you usually use square bottles in. But I feel like this octagon bottle might fit better. I don't know. We'll see. That clear bottle, that square bottle, for some reason, seemed like it was pushing against. It was push. I'll show you. It was like pushing the ledge of the Squonk bottle shelf out. Let's turn this wattage up. Man, I love number 5. Yo, number 5 was my absolute favorite, dude. Yeah, they don't make them anymore. Uncommon number 5 was legendary. Legendary. Now, I might clean this up a little bit more now that it's wet. Just make sure those edges are really in there. I don't want them popping out when I squonk. All right. So what I have to do is I kind of have to grab it like that. And loosen it. Then pop my cap on so I can spin it the rest of the way off. I grabbed a bunch of those super good joints when they were on the Homeboy site. Oh yeah. So now it's not so common. Like, yeah, exactly. Oh, it is uncommon. Get our beauty ring here. See, that's why I was kind of like, oh, clear bottle, because it kind of matches the frosted cap. I still have a brand new clear bottle, unstained. These black ones, though, they help for darker liquids. Actually, let's pull our camera shot out a little bit more. There you go. Now you can kind of see. Gotta kind of be careful. There we go. Bam. Looking sexy. See, this is what I mean when I say this is that little shelf. It plugs in to these two little holes back there. And normally it fits more snug in there and doesn't pop out. But this bottle kind of like pushes against it and wants to make it pop out a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. When you got liquid in both, the bottle kind of somewhat matches the frosted look. Canadian Vapor! Hope everyone's doing great on this fine evening. You as well, man. Or this black bottle's already had dessert profile liquids in it. The straw's cut a little long, but let's see. I think I'm going to go with the white bottle. A fine ass Squonk. Thanks, man. Yeah, 2 years steeped. Yeah. Yeah, Ronnie, I think Patrick got this from you, Ronnie, and then he sent it on to me. Yeah, it's like 2 years steeped. Hopefully there's no like flavor leaching from the mango. We're going to use this bottle. Actually, once I fill it up, it's probably not going to look very clear anymore. Let's see. It's not that dark. Okay, it's a little dark. Just going to say that Squonk is pretty sexy. Thank you. Nah, it works. It's an old bottle. It's already stained. When you squonk the liquid in there, though, that cap's going to start looking the same color as well, so. Oh, there we go. Actually, let's make sure this is snugged up. There we go. Perfect. The square bottles are just easier to squonk in these. Yeah, now it just looks brown. I guess the black might have been the better choice. Oh well. Next time, let's get a battery. Let's see. This will work. Susco battery. Oh, you can see that it says Susco kind of through it. Oh well. It's in there. There we go. Boom. Time to zap it. Little crackle. Get our autofocus back on. All right, setup number 2. We squonking. Cheers, guys. A little cinnamon action for the holidays. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a nice addy for that liquid. 'Cause I feel like last time I ran this liquid was in the Rebel, the Recoil Rebel. And on a dual coil mech build, the cinnamon was a little much for me. This is a lot more mellow. Yeah. That nice snickerdoodle cookie. And you get that cinnamony cookie, like it's like a powdery type of texture on your tongue after you exhale. Still good. As a matter of fact, it's probably the best it's ever been. Yeah, it's like 2 years steeped. The panels with the frosted sides is nice. Yeah. It's like a frosted green. And it came with, dude. Back in 2019, this Jade Mums plug with the stock panels would have been like $220, $240. The panels, 2-panel set from Lakeside Customs is $60 plus shipping. I got this darn thing for $70 shipped. So when I say a deal I couldn't pass on for something that's been on my list for wanting to pick up for several years, I just kind of had to. And it's kind of Christmassy when you put these two together. Little green, little red and white. Oh yeah, thank you, Kim. Yeah, I do love my squonks. I know you enjoy squonking as well. Single coil squonking. It's my happy place, squonking. It's also much more convenient when you have tons of stuff piled on your desk and you're mixing e-liquid all night long, to just grab a mod, give it a squonk. Very, very light press on the squonk bottle with this one. And as you'll see the cotton does rest kind of high up against there. So you can see how saturated your wicks are very easily through the frosted cap. I used to always run this with the black cap, and I would over squonk it with the black cap quite a bit. Oh no, that mod fell over. Hold on. Man down. All right. So I think I can control my presses a little bit easier with the frosted cap too. How goes it with the hubby's pregnancy? The only thing is, even though it's a restricted direct lung, it's lower wattage, it's still a 3. So I got to take it a little bit easier on that one. But there's a little bit more than half of this bottle left, I think. Yeah, a little bit more than half left. Maybe exactly half. I kind of would like to get through the rest of this bottle by Christmas. Because it's 2 years. It's kind of getting past recommended shelf life of e-liquid, but there we go. Number 2 in the books. Plenty of time left to get the cookie cane set up in the Innova. Around the house or in the office, I dig a good squonk or series setup, says Mao. But a tube and a 60 mil are just convenient as hell and end up in my pocket more than that. Yeah, that is true. A 60 mil bottle and a tube or with an RDA on it are roughly the same size. It's pretty perfect. Pretty perfect. What the heck? The drip tip just came out in my mouth. What the heck? It's not seating in there anymore. I think the heat warped the shape of the drip tip. What the heck, dude? It is just a cheap 3D printed drip tip. I guess we're going to have to steal a drip tip off of something because... Yeah, the O-ring's in there. It's in there. I don't understand. It was holding it and then it just popped out. Maybe the O-ring loosened up or the liquid. That's real weird. Choking hazard, small parts, yeah. What the heck, dude? I was real stoked when I got that white drip tip to run on there. It's a little bit brighter white, but gosh darn. No, those are all black and... Well, one sec. I gotta steal a drip tip from the Empire setup, I guess. Which is the drip tip I used to run on there. That's weird. damn dog, I give him a treat if he goes out and does his business later. Though he's been running out, peeing, and running back to come inside and goes and sits where the treats are. He's trying to play me. Yo, my cat does that with her toy. Mouse says it happens. I've had a few of my 3D printed tip and fur tips do that once they get a little juice on them or after a few weeks, but they seem to sort themselves after sitting dry for a while. Weird. This one's doing it too. What happened? I got an idea. I have a thicker O-ring, but sometimes if you do this with the O-ring, like, yeah. Take it out and then kind of pop it back in. Take it out and pop it back in. And then it's a little bit, yeah. I guess we're gonna run this one. There, boom. And that way my lips can't, like, you know, get caught on the curve and pull it out. This one's a touch more low pro. That was weird. Yeah, once everything's all cleaned and dry, I bet you it'll fit on there no problem. That was weird. All right. Let's get this guy out. Boom. The Innova on the mix. This one's a little bit tricky to wick. What's the battery life look on there? That's good battery life still. I left the battery in there. I forgot about it. The new Danny RTA is about to drop. I'm so excited. Yo, I didn't even know there was a new Danny coming. All right, let's get this off of here. Let's get this one screwed onto there. Boom. Turn. Wait. There we go. It's kind of like an 1/8 of a turn to pop that off. Boom. There's the deck. For anybody who was at the fiddle last week, when Grim was wicking that Jizz, the J3S2, this is the RTA I was talking about, saying, I bet you could wick that like the Innova. Where basically, instead of laying your wicks across here, you tuck them back behind this U-port here. It's a real tricky way to wick an RTA, but that's how you're supposed to wick this guy. It's very efficient wicking once you get the hang of doing it. That's not reading correctly. There we go. 0.54 is correct. This is a Pendulum Coils high ohm firecracker. I'm going to give it a quick glow. I'm also going to focus. There we go. Give it a quick glow at like 15 watts here. There we go. High ohm firecracker, very, very small mass coil. Let's see. Bam, there we go. LOL, jizz. Yeah, they should have called it the jism. Yeah. Got to be kind of particular about your wicks on this one, but it's worth the effort. 100% worth the effort here. Snip. I'm actually going to pull this wick apart and roll it back up for this one. If it'll let me pull it apart. There we go. That's good enough. And then I'm going to pull this off. Bam. Bam. That should do it. Hopefully. It's a really small coil. I know a lot of guys, they take like their Maviton, they do that and they like very lightly roll it. I don't think that's necessary to have it that light. This still might be a tad thick. We'll see. Nope, perfect. Boom. Kind of pull that out of the way there. Snip. And snip. All right. Now we're going to kind of fluff it up a bit. And still, I'm going to cut a little bit more length off here too in a sec. You guys have seen me wick this one a couple times, but there we go. Perfect. Now, you can fluff these upwards and cut the tops off if you want to. I decided not to do that anymore. It's not necessary. I want each of those wicks on each side to be able to hold more liquid on each side. So I can take longer draws. Let's see. This is the tough part. Because you can just like tuck it back. But I like to try to lift it up and get it back there like this. Bam. There you go. And then it's just kind of a matter of tucking these corners in so they're not sticking out too far. But you want to make sure it's not too bunched up in here behind that, which is why some people will just take like something flat and tuck it a little bit at a time back behind there loosely. But if you can flip it in one motion and then lightly kind of spread it out afterwards, it's a lot easier. And there you go. That's kind of like what one side should look like here. Let me show you. If I can focus it. Bam. Like that. It'll clean up a little bit more when we get liquid on it, because the liquid drops right here onto that U, and then it soaks up where the cotton is exposed. I try not to have too many little flyaways. All right, let's try to get this side on the corners there, because it'll bunch up by the screw. And if it's too bunched up by the screw, it'll make like little pools of gunk. I mean, it does that anyway, but it happens faster. There we go. Bam. Very unique wicking style, but very efficient. Hey! What's up, dude? I'm late, just moved into my new place, wicking my first wicks. Nice, dude. Hope the move went well, Hippo. And that you're getting settled in nicely. I kind of want this to be spread out that way a little more. There we go. Yep. And then the rest of our cleanup will happen after we get our liquid in there. But this is what the end of a wicking should look like, essentially, when you're done. Those flyaways will clean up once we get it wet. And your air flow will go through that little spot under your coil there. We'll clean that up a little bit more once it's wet. Boom. We did it. Let's get our cookie cane out right after we focus back again. Well, as it could, exhausted, re-wicking my nitrous on the Pulse 3 Squonk. Oh yeah. Nice, reliable Squonk setup to be able to relax with for the evening. Hopefully relax. Now, I don't use any of the fancy labels that Dan designed for me for the cookie cane release, which I really like how they came out. But I did put a new label on my cookie cane bottle. I used red marker, drew some candy canes on it. Tried to draw a cookie, but the cookie didn't come out as nice. Hi, lunchtime. That's what's up, dude. And this is another RTA courtesy of that man right there, Dell. Been dying to try this liquid in this tank. I've been running it in the billet box for so freaking long. We tried it in a dual coil freaking 0.1 direct lung last week. Let's try it in the most, basically the most restricted RDL that I own. Little baby crackles. Turn the wattage up a bit. Woo! That's only 24 watts. Now we can clean this up a little bit better. I want to tuck it back so there's a little bit more open space for air to go under that coil. Kind of an OCD action, but gotta be careful not to let those. There we go. Beautiful. What up? Cookie cane is amazing. Thank you, dude. That's actually what we're using right now. So glad. So glad people are finally enjoying it. It was a whole year in the making. Well, not in the making, but just waiting for the right time of year, I guess. All right. Get our tank section back on. Boom. This way is closed. Bam, 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 bam. We got to take our drip tip off too, so we can fill it. Actually, we could probably fill it before putting it on the tank if I could get a good grip on it. There we go. Hopefully I didn't loosen it down here. No, we're good. Yeah, we can fill it. Juice flow control is closed, so probably easier to just do it now. And again, this is another fresh batch. I literally just mixed this yesterday, so it's going to be a tad more minty. But that's all right. That's all right. There we go. Boom. Use our tip to spin that guy on. There, and 0.51, perfect. Let's turn that wattage down to start. We'll start at 26. We'll work our way up to probably 29. And there we go. We made it. We did all three. The mix. You know, the camera doesn't do it justice. This color, purple, actually does match that much better than the camera shows. I love the frickin' mix. The Innova is a perfect fit for it. I got to spin my airflow to be all the way open. There we go. There we go. All right. Did I zoom all the way out? Yeah, I did. All right, sick. All right. Cookie cane on the RDL. Choochin'. Schmackle. Yeah. The mix. Yeah. All right, let's try it at 26. needs to be turned up. There's a little bit of a... What's the last liquid I had in here? There's like something, a little bit of chocolate kind of remaining. Let's go to 28. Yeah, 29. We're going to have to go 29. Maybe even 30. Oh yeah. I'm getting bubbles. It does take a little bit to break in. But once it gets going, this thing wicks super efficiently. I do think it's gonna have to work some of that chocolate note out of the tank. It's kinda, but once it does, I mean chocolate, white chocolate, mint, it's still fine. Just waiting for that break-in period to get past that, and then it starts to really get more nice and saturated. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff right there. Tastes a little different out of this tank, but it's still delicious as hell. I might have wicked the coil a little snug through the center, but the break-in will take care of that. There we go. It's getting going. Maybe we'll try 30 watts. Yep. 30 watts will do it. That's the sweet spot. That peppermint's really starting to come through nice now. Get it right at the tip of your lips and then on the roof of your mouth. Thank you for that, Tim. I need some cookie cane. I'll give you some head for it. That's funny. Tim's mix should be there later this week. Awesome. Gonna love it. Gonna love it. Such an awesome mod. And there we have it. We got through 3 setups. We're chugging through this tank. Caramel Cramble. My mix will be here Thursday, and we can be twinsies. Did you get purple also? It's such an awesome hand feel. No leaking. We're getting bubbles. It's starting to get more saturated. Thanks, man. Shout out to Phrasing for making this one happen. He had the hookup for this one. And he also sent me treats with it. When I got my mix, You guys might remember when I unboxed it, I got to try freaking what are those little cakes called again? Those little cakes. He sent me more Maltesers. Maltesers are mad good. Gosh, what are those darn cakes called? I can't think of the name of them. Jaffa cakes. That's it. Jaffa cakes. Dude, I want to do a Jaffa cake e-liquid so bad, but yeah, Jaffa cakes. I don't have VTA marmalade, and I think that's the only orange flavor that's going to be the correct flavor for Jaffa cakes. Because that's what it is. It's like an orange jam underneath the chocolate. So good. Not the most consistent crackle I've ever gotten from this tank, but I don't even care. The flavor is good. The saturation is coming through. I just really wanted cookie cane in this setup. Yes. And there we have it. The lineup for the week. Let's look at it. Boom, boom, boom. We'll line it up. Line it up. A different type of line it up. I'm not... Well, from last week, this week, I guess we could throw the billet box. Well, I guess we can throw the Grim Army Hex on there. The billet box is always a thing. Boom. Oh. I gotta move everything over. That's what we're rocking with this week. The Grim Army Hex. Once I finish that bottle of PB&J cream, we'll either get re-wicked or I'll break out the R3 again. Cannot complain with all that sexiness. I don't know what the hell's going on with the O-ring that holds that drip tip in. Not a bad lineup. Got a little bit of everything. Couple squonks, a dripper, couple drippers, Hexome, billet box, RTA. A little bit of everything. The only thing I don't have is like a pod. But I don't really use pods, you know? But yeah. Super happy with that. I gotta get some Lady Liberty liquids into the mix somehow. And next week or the week after is going to be time to break out the Nagageddon. I've been saving half of a 30 mil of Nagageddon all year. I don't know how I managed to do it. I guess because I just kind of compartmentalized it in my mind as like something I wanted to save for Christmas. Do not open till next Christmas. The only pod I really use on the reg is the Oxford DNA. Oh, okay, cool. I was looking at the V Prime with that 6 RBA, but and I almost picked one up, but then I thought to myself, I don't know, am I really going to use it? I don't know, because when you really think about it, like those types of RBAs really aren't much different than other burrow devices. And whenever it comes to burrow stuff, I just always default back to the Voltrove. Same mouse, same 1,000 plus puffs and still got flavor. Oh, heck yeah, dude. That's awesome. That is awesome. Sometimes I wish it had just a tad more airflow, but you do get used to it. I think the reason why is because I haven't been using the tank for a couple weeks. It still had some remnants of freaking Gimme Samoa in that tank, I think. It's working its way out. Then the next time I put something else in it, I'll be like, oh, I still taste a little bit of mint. But it is what it is. If I have to, I'll rebuild it with a new coil. I have one of those high ohm firecrackers left. Get the drill out. Rat tail file into Dream. What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? That was everything we had planned for tonight, though. We got through it all. And I mean, I knew that I wanted to set this up or re-wick this. I literally wicked it up over the weekend just to make that short. And to finish off that one bottle of Mango Sublime. But I knew I was going to want to re-wick it for tonight, because why not? It's a new Squonk. But the other, and I've been wanting to do the cookie cane. I basically pulled this one off the shelf on the fly to taste that goodness, the sugar moon pie. And of course, as always, we got a mess on the desk. Not as big of a mess as we have had in the past, but always a mess to clean up. Hippo says, I have a bottle of Bottled Violence eggnog I'm letting sit for a year. Oh, nice. Nice. Let me see who's been messaging me here. Oh, not a message. Other stuff. I really regret not being able to freaking set up my AliExpress account through freaking Yahoo. I did not intend to set it up with my Google account, so now it's constantly sending me emails. I literally only set up the account to buy a couple things for Christmas for Dean. Ugh. I need to order a gallon. Oh my God, it's blueberry and cookie cane so I can get through the next few months. Yeah. Supposed to have flavors on the way. One flavor on the way. It was supposed to ship out today. I don't know if he got around to it. To be able to prolong the oh my God, it's blueberry and vanilla rum custard for a while. And then after that, I don't know what we're going to do. But this should prolong the availability of those for a while when that flavor gets here. But after that's gone, that's it. There's no more SSA butter anywhere in the entire world, as far as I know. Unless that place stocks more of it. But not even the Sabucky site has it available on their site. So I don't know what we're going to do. But thanks to Unknown, big shout out to Unknown. He's made it possible. Oh yeah, and the dessert chocolate. Yeah, the dessert chocolate. That's another one. Have a wonderful evening, Steve-O, and all others. Thanks, Jay Logan. That was an awesome lineup. I'm just getting done with work. Time to head home. Hey, have a safe trip home, man. Yeah, we're finishing up. I will dig through my flavors. Maybe we can cut a deal. Yeah, maybe. See you all tomorrow for the fiddle. I will be working again, but I will be listening. I have a furnace installed tomorrow. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, this might be the end of Wickin It and Kickin It, but it's not the end of content for the night. I never know for sure. Oh, there he is. Sorry I'm way late. There's the man right there. Much love. Right to you as well. Yeah. The dopamine dump should be starting very shortly. Oh, TFA butter. Okay, yeah. I do have TFA butter, I think. I might need to try a couple other butters. he can feel free to share the link. If not, if you guys are in any of the Discords, I'm sure you're running a little behind. Yeah, just keep an eye out for when he posts the notifications in the different Discords that he throws that up in. And the Monday chill, positive vibes continue over on Twitch with the wee baby Seamus. I know you guys already know the JMW Discord is open and available to hang out. I will not be there tonight. Unless I can get like a real good hold on planning things out. I'm still playing catch up from, well, there's orders that I can't fill. I got a shipment of bottles I have to organize, but I had orders that came in today that it just really got a lot to do. So I don't know. I love coming in and hanging out with you guys, and it does actually make work a lot more bearable to be able to hang out and have some fun. But I can't control myself from getting distracted. It's not your guys' fault. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. But I will be popping over to the dopamine dump to say what's up while I get all my work set up for the night. And if you guys are hanging out and I find myself in a place where I'll be able to hang out for a few, I will pop in. But I'm not planning on it. It's tough. It's tough because I really do want to hang out, guys. I freaking love it. It's like the best part of all this a lot of times. But that's gonna do it for tonight, guys. Keep an eye out for the dopamine dump. If Seamus wants to drop his link in here, he can, just to his channel. Feel free. If not, all good. What should we go out on here with? What should we go out on here with? I think we're gonna grab this guy. We're gonna grab this guy. We're gonna drip a little more. Feel free to drop your goodbyes, your hashtags, all that fun stuff in the chat. I like to throw it up on screen. Probably got to make something to eat too for Dean. And I will catch you guys at all the other places. The Fiddle tomorrow. If you guys are over at the Dopamine Dump, I'll see you guys there. Thank you, as always, for wicking it and kicking it with me. We are JMW.